All right, can you hear me? All right.
Wanna make some noise, really raise my voice. Yeah, I wanna scream and shout. Let's go.
Sorry about that. Checking the mic. Hot mic. Hot mic. Yo.
Whatever your music needs, I'm the guy who's there to please. You can listen to me anywhere, anytime. I'm the music man. Na na na, na na na, yeah. I'm the music man. Yeah. I'm the music man.
Singing my life with his word to die, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly.
She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, 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 yeah. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Oh, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down.
I went down to the crossroads, fell down on my knees. Down to the crossroads, fell down on my knees. Ask the Lord above for mercy, if you please.
Buy for you a diamond, a big old home on a quiet street. For you, 5 daughters and me. Yeah, you, 5 daughters and me.
One night will remind you how we touched and went our several ways. If he ever hurts you, true love won't
That's happening. That's
Or
not.
who you
That's
promised
happening.
by your lover.
Look at it.
She is probably wise through her love in disguise. She have a body like an hourglass, so magic my surprise. Do nuts like a
All the people
lady.
All the people
Do nuts like a lady.
Wanna make some noise, really raise my voice.
No
Yeah, I wanna scream and shout.
Although our house band might be used. It doesn't matter.
Let's go.
I was born long ago.
I just wanted to
I am the chosen of the one. I'm called to save the day, and I won't even give up. So that's why gotta try. We gotta breathe and have some fun. I'm not paid. I play this game, and I won't stop until I'm done. Oh, come take my hand. We're riding out tonight to Case the Promised Land. Oh, Thunder Road, oh, Thunder Road, oh, Thunder Road. I'm your vehicle, baby. I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. I'm your vehicle, woman. By now, I'm sure you know that I love you. I need you. I want to got to have you, child. Great God in heaven, you know I love you. Whatever your music needs, I'm the guy who's there to please. You can listen to me anywhere, anytime. I'm the music man. Na na na, na na na, yeah. I'm the music man. Hey, yeah. I'm the music man. I'm on a highway to hell. Highway to hell. Highway to hell. Highway to hell.
Strumming my pain with his finger. One time. Singing my life with his word. Two times. Killing me softly with his song. Killing me softly with his song. Telling my whole life with his words. Killing me softly.
She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah.
All right, folks. It's about 4 minutes until 7 p.m. And we are about to discuss the 1 year anniversary of Music Madness. We're going to go live in just a few minutes and take a look back on things and how things have changed and where we're going. Just a couple minutes. Music Madness live at 7 p.m.
For troubled water, I will lay me down.
I went down to the crossroads, fell down on my knees. Down to the crossroads, fell down on my knees. Ask the Lord above for mercy, if you please.
Buy for you a diamond, a big old home on a quiet street. For you, 5 daughters and me. Yeah, you, 5 daughters and me.
One night will remind you how we touched and went our several ways. If he ever hurts you, true love won't you gonna love by your lover? She is awfully wise. Through her love in disguise, she have a body like an hourglass. So imagine my surprise. Do not like a lady. Do not like a lady.
Just 1 minute, folks, until we go live here at Music and Madness, celebrating our 1 year anniversary with a look back at all of the highlights and all the things that we've gone through and growth and where we're going from here. So stay tuned. Music and Madness going live real soon.
I've come to save the day, and I won't leave until I'm done. So that's why I gotta try. We gotta breathe and have some fun. I'm not paid, I play this game, and I won't stop until I'm done.
Oh, come take my hand. We're riding out tonight to Case of Promised Land. Oh, Thunder Road, oh, Thunder Road, oh, Thunder Road.
All right. I'm going to throw it to you, Tom.
All right. I hear a little background music still going on yet. So, welcome to the Music and Madness first year. Welcome to the Music and Madness first year anniversary show. It's been 1 year. Who would have thought 1 year? Man, does time fly. And I guess the old adage is true. The older you get, the faster time goes. What do you think, Tom? Did this year roll by or what?
I do think that time has gone very fast as I'm going here in the booth. Hi, folks. Good to see you. Back to you.
And tonight we just thought this would be a great night to go over. Man, it's been an exciting year. A lot of cool things have happened. We've met a ton of cool people. And we've got a lot of exciting stuff going on. I mean, a lot of exciting stuff going on coming up here in the near future. Hey, first and foremost, I just want to thank a few people. First of all, thank my wife, Deb, for putting up with my nonsense.
Yes, thank you, Deb. I'm going to jump in there and say thank you, Deb, too.
Deb has been supportive of, I would say, pretty much everything, every venture that I've ever got into, and there's been a lot of them along the way for people who know me. But this was one that was just like, okay, what are you going to do? Well, we're going to do a podcast. And, we started this out just as a casual kind of a thing and had no idea where it was going to go. And a year from now, or a year back, like I said, we certainly didn't know where we'd be. I don't like to do anything half-assed. And so, like anything, we pour all of our hard work and emotions into stuff, and things happen. And I think the Music and Madness podcast is another example of you can get out of life what you put in it. And Music and Madness podcast is kind of the same way. Tom, Casey, and I have put a lot of stuff into Music and Madness podcast. And Tom, I think we got some stuff to show for this, don't you?
I think we do.
I think we've 60 episodes in 1 year. And
I think we've got, I would think that we've got more than 100 when we start thinking about the live things and all the other. Yeah. So quite a lot.
These are, 60 plus of just regular episodes. And like I said, all the live stuff, a lot of the shorter version stuff that we've done. You're right. We're probably closer to 100. And I think that's a lot for year one. But, man, year two is going to be fantastic. And we're going to talk about that in a little while. Some other cool people that we've gotten to know along the way here. We've gotten to know a lot of people who do shows in the theaters and people who promote shows in the theaters and promote music in a lot of the rec centers and stuff like that. And that's very helpful because this whole Music and Madness thing, we showcase musicians and bands and comedians and interesting people. And by getting to know those people, they've sent a lot of people our way, and that's been extremely helpful. We have a lot of people we reach out to, and they also respond to us, and a lot of people just find us. But Kenda Wand and Michael C. Anthony from Wand Presents, they've been super good to Music and Madness. Sent us a lot of people, and we enjoy interviewing those people. We get to see a lot of play at the Millhouse Theater. Marie Bogendoff, Marie from Villagers for Veterans, same thing. A lot of people that they bring in, they want to see them on the podcast, so they send them over here, or we make arrangements, and it works out pretty well. So there's a lot of people that have helped Music and Madness. Krista Joy, local DJ as well as a local performer. She's, we've connected with a lot of people through these people. And again, I want to thank you guys a lot because it means a lot to us that people want to come on the Music and Madness podcast. We work hard at trying to showcase, these acts. And so again, we'll start out with that, and then let's, we'll just kind of get into how this thing got started and where we are today. Like I said, this was just kind of a, hey.
Yeah. How did this thing get started?
As things always do, so what do you think about doing this? Hey, gosh, I don't know. Never done a podcast before. Never have done anything like this before. That doesn't mean we can't. So let's, as Tom knows, Tom Casey, one of the things people ask me too is, how did Tom Casey and I find one another, meet one another? Well,
I was holding a sign by the side of the road, I think it was.
I think I picked you up hitchhiking. Yes, on the corner of 44 and 75. No, Tom, I was taking vocal lessons from a place called Music Matters, I think, in Leesburg, and I didn't want to do a recital. I'm going to sing with a band. And so I was able to hire Tom's band, and we threw a big bash at Everglades. And Tom and I have stayed in touch ever since, and that's how we got to this. I decided to build a studio room in here just for myself, and Tom came up here one day and said, man, I think you should put lights in here. Hey, let's put some cameras in here. And the next thing you know, let's do a podcast. So that's what I remember. What do you remember, Tom?
I remember it taking a little bit longer than that.
Yeah, it did take longer.
I remember a lot of text messaging and scrolling and Amazon searching and returning things.
Yeah, we a lot of trial and error with cameras and equipment and stuff. But without Tom's assistance, this wouldn't happen. Tom Casey is a huge backbone to this.
It'd be a lot of stuff in boxes.
There'd be a lot of stuff still in boxes. It passed the return date probably. So no, it's we've both have grown to kind of love what we're doing, and so we're going to expand on that. And again, we'll get to that in a little while. But let's go back to some of the original, our first podcast first one that we put out on YouTube was with David C. Johnson and Gary Doc Richards.
It was. Oh, yes.
And we love David C. Johnson, great musician, and Doc's a great guy. Met those guys where else? At the Brownwood Hotel. Used to go in there and watch David C. Johnson, and Gary Doc Richards would be in there playing his harmonica with him once in a while. And I said, we're starting this podcast. These guys would be great guests, and they were. We love the music they did so much that we use part of it as our theme song.
Well, that's the thing, Tom, because everybody knows the first 2 seconds of these guys, and that's all they know.
Yeah. Well, if you want to know more about these guys, you got to go up and see David on Thursday nights at the Brownwood Hotel, and occasionally you get to see Gary Doc Richards be there playing with them.
I do have a clip if you'd like to see one.
Let's see it. Let's see
I'm
it.
trying to pull it up to where he's... Oh, here he goes playing. Okay. So this is what we use as our theme. So a lot of creativity went into figuring out how should we start this podcast. We just started it with the first thing we recorded.
And it's stuck.
Rent's too damn high, and my money's too damn low. I've got too many things to pay for.
And by the way, this is a David C. Johnson original song.
An original.
An original.
I'm not
And you know what?
and my
You could probably see him sing that on Thursday nights.
I'm working 7 nights a
I hear that if you put $5 in his tip jar, the song sounds better.
I think for 10, he would play it next as the next song.
wants their money, MasterCard too.
And
Woman wants new clothes, and my babies need shoes. So I gotta
just
go
a
to
little
work
note about
all
David. He knows we're building a new stage here starting next month, and he goes, if you guys want a new theme song, I'm happy to write it for you. So we'll
That's a thought.
we will definitely keep that in mind.
I'm going to fade him down.
All
Back
right.
to you.
Then we went on and we had the Beatlemania guys. That was our third podcast, but the first one was just kind of introducing the Music and Madness, what we thought we were going to do type show. And then we had the Beatlemaniacs, and I think we made a second podcast because there were so many of them.
Yeah.
And those guys are coming back, by the way. They're coming back to do a. You got a clip of them?
Yeah, I'm playing it.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good so far.
Hey.
And we should probably move quicker because
Yeah.
we have a lot of
to get through.
episodes.
That's true. All right. So anyway, the Beatlemania guys they're coming back, and they're going to perform for us for an hour live show, and we'll keep you guys posted as to when that's going to be. Then we went from there to naked pickleball, so things went just off the rails right away.
Oh yeah, that's the one we can't show anymore.
That's the one we can't show anymore now. That's a pickleball instructor here in the villages.
We're kidding.
Yes, we can play. This is all good. But it's amazing that we learned how many people actually do play naked pickleball. They go on cruise ships to play naked pickleball. I still don't get it, but that's all right. Then we moved on to Toya. And Toya's another one. Toya, thank you always for being a supporter of Music and Madness. She's always supporting what we do.
So, I'm jumping in.
All right.
Just forgive me.
That's
Tell me to shut
okay.
up if you want.
We're all
but
good.
Toya was our first, like the what do you call it? The views, the stats on Toya were like, Toya is helping this program.
Yep.
And
Toya has come back and guest hosted with me. Toya, thank you very much for being a supporter of Music and Madness, and definitely you're going to come back when we build the new thing next month. So then we went on to we had the Bluegrass Boys, and we actually are scheduling them again. I think in August. The Bluegrass Boys are coming back to
somehow we fooled these legitimate musicians into taking us seriously.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing about Music and Madness podcast. Again, when you're doing something like this in the beginning, you just don't know how people are receptive. Are they receptive to this? What do they think? But every musician that's ever been in here to play has been very grateful, and I think very impressed with the amount of stuff that we do here to make it professional. And these guys are. You talk about professional musicians. This guy's written 40 number one songs, and we were very, very lucky to have him come in here and play the Music and Madness podcast. And he's coming back.
Yeah, I remember being in the studio when they were performing and just thinking, oh wow, this is really happening now.
Yeah, this is the real deal. And we put these episodes together, and then launched them all at one time. We put 8 episodes in the can, because we weren't sure. So I think we put 8 episodes in the can, and we launched them on June 15th.
Yep.
And so
we were younger then.
We were younger then, much younger then. we had Chad Frick, the young kid who come in from Nashville, and played an acoustic guitar. I can't say acoustic very well. Acoustic guitar, and he sang, I think, about 8 of his own original songs. And we'll have to check in as to where are you now and see where Chad's at now, because he was a young, inspiring waiter in Nashville, hoping to find a place to play his music, and hopefully he has. We'll have to check on him. And real quick, back to Doc Richards. We had him on. Doc is an inventor. He is he was on the episode, couple episodes of Bewitched. So again, another interesting person. And then we had the Mayhem Band.
He was actually the stand-in for. Wait a second.
This the sailor guy.
For Dick. I'm pushing the wrong button. Hello, I'm back. He was the stand-in for Dick York.
He was the stand-in for
one of the
Dick York.
Dicks. There was Dick Sargent, Dick York, but he was.
Yes.
He was more. He wasn't just like a guy on the side of the road. He was like.
Yes.
One of the guys, right?
Yes, and he's got some good stories. I have to go back and watch that episode. It was interesting how that took place. But Doc's a very great guy, interesting guy, an inventive guy, always trying to invent something, always inventing something. He made us a guitar that we've got around here. Then we move on to the Mayhem Band.
Wait, because I want to catch up with you.
Yeah.
I want these people to see who we're talking about. So here he is.
Yeah, okay. Got him?
There he is. There he is with his guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite. And he's showing off his fancy picks and ways you can open up soda cans.
He invented the weighted drumstick, which he
yeah
sells by I can't name the company or not.
Vic Firth. Firth. Yep.
So those are sold around the world.
Yeah,
so
that's him.
Yep.
And there isn't enough time to showcase this guy, but it's really amazing.
Then the Mayhem Band. The Mayhem Band was in here, and they were just a band that got together. We'll call them a garage band just because they practice in a garage. But anyway, they're doing some gigs now and doing some things out and about. And they were very early on in our studio, and they hadn't really played out much. And so it was very fun to have them kind of adapt to a studio setting. And, it was great entertainment, and it's a great podcast. And these guys are, some of the early people from Music and Madness. And we just thank them for coming on and spreading the word. And I talk to those guys occasionally. There have been a few of their driveway parties, and they're having a blast. Then we go on to Mitch and Ben. Oh, yes. Dead Radio.
Who?
Dead Radio.
Why am I making this joke? Because they were called something else, right?
They were called something else.
No, they weren't called something else, but they were a different name.
Yes. And now they're Dead Radio. They are playing around a bit. I've seen some of their Facebook stuff that they're playing in different places, but they all play for other bands, so they're not starving.
And in our trailer that we run before the program, you see a lot of them.
You do.
And, people know who they are.
Yep. We had Rob Mia come in here and teach you anything you wanted to know about cannabis.
I can't remember.
Short-term memory, Tom. He did say that. It will affect your short-term memory. Anyway, a lot of stuff about that. Then we had the Permanent Vacation Band. Again, I think the Permanent Vacation Band, it was kind of early for those guys, and they're playing everywhere. They're playing, I see them everywhere. I see them for the Eagles Club, the Moose Lodge, all the rest of the animals, all over the place. They're playing at bars, they're playing at rec centers, and those guys they're playing everywhere. Krista Joy, we had her in here, and that relationship with Krista Joy, she's turned into a great thing. She's steered a lot of people to find Music and Madness, and we've helped her promote some of her stuff. Again, a great relationship that came from this. The Groove Slayers were in here, and again, a great band. They perform on the squares. They perform around Orlando. Ashley Wilcox has been, part of their band, and I think she's I think she's moving on in a different direction, and I think it's a great amicable, separation.
Yeah, I think she's developing a more theatrical show. Yeah.
And matter of fact, I think part of that show is going to be in here, in a week? Or in 4 days?
We're going to find out, aren't we?
Very, very soon. Again, so a lot of things that have developed from previous guests, and that's one of them. Alan Darcy and Scott Simons, they are playing all over the villages. They've been in here a couple of times. They were here as their group, and then they were here with their full jazz band.
Well,
and we released a song, correct?
Well, all I remember is they have the best shirts of the entire
do.
year. Yeah.
And these guys, they turned me on to that. GK Menswear Orlando.
Yes, yes.
Thanks, guys.
Huh?
See that? This is one of your shirts. I'll be back because I've been losing weight. They're all too big. I'm coming back for more. So yeah, Alan Darcy and Scott, man, two great guys. We've gotten to know them well, and that's one of the really, really cool things about this. We've gotten to meet so many people, and you see these musicians play out and about, and they're always smiling and stuff on stage. Well, we see them in here, and they're the same way. It's just a great way to meet people, and we've met a ton of them. So, Dwight Eisenhower, Elvis. We've got a couple Elvises in here, but we had Dwight in here, and we have to bring Dwight back to our new stage, Tom. We have to see.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's.
We have to see the King versus the Queen.
There he is.
He now does a show. Elvis and Elton John.
Yes, and I'm sure he does a great job.
I'm sure he does.
Both of them.
Yep. In our 20th episode, we had Jerry and Linda. Jerry and Linda are podcasters here in the Villages, and they're great people. Great people. We got something we're working on that to do together with them and the ladies of the Lanai together. So that'll be coming up. We probably won't get to that till later in the summer, but it's something that's planned, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely going to be a lot of fun. Chase Paget, 6 guitars. He was in here and did a great show up at the Sharon, right?
He did. He's fantastic. I mean, he's been doing this for like 6 years or 9 years or whatever it is, but he's
great show.
Established.
Yep. Great show. The Boss Project, they were in here. Gotta say, they're the first people that I've ever done shots with at 8:30 in the morning. But everybody has a different way of waking up, and I guess that was their way. Great group of people. They were.
The thing is, wait, I want to cut to this.
Yeah.
He for a little period of time, we were talking about a black and white loofah.
Yeah, we were.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact,
I got it for you.
Yeah, this was at the Sharon.
Now, who wants to guess? No, I'm actually not going to do that. So, shh. The black and white loofah has a new significance. It means you dig live rock and roll music, and you listen to Music and Madness with Tom and John on the podcast.
There you go. Yeah, those guys were fantastic. Treated me really well. It took me backstage up there to Sharon, and about 5 minutes before the show, he said, hey, I want you to introduce the band. And that was a privilege. And I'm sure they're going to be coming back through here probably in the next year or so, because they come about every few years.
Oh, yeah.
And next time we'll have to get them back on the podcast for sure. And then speaking of Elvis, we had young Elvis. We had Sebastian. Sebastian Garland, which is Ashley Wilcox's son and Tim Garland's son. And he's an Elvis impersonator. And for a young kid, for an Elvis impersonator, he's very good. For a young kid, he's fantastic. I really, I think that's really cool that somebody, that young is that into making his act so professional. He works very hard at it, and I think he was just up in Tupelo, Mississippi at another Elvis contest.
Oh, he's definitely making the rounds.
He definitely is, and he's, like I said, it's his craft, and he's very good at it. And it's really cool to see somebody, like I said, that young, that into it. I'm sure his entertaining parents might have had a little bit to do with that, but Ashley and Tim, you're doing a great job. It's good to see that.
So it took me a while to find it. I kept zipping around, going too fast, but here he is. Just want to show him a little bit.
We saw Mary coming and he done back in the alley, oh baby, yes baby, ooh baby.
Well, that's,
it's so fun tonight.
as you know, you're going to talk about this, but helping new acts like this get seen is what this show's all about.
Yes. Showcase. Absolutely. And the larger audience, I mean, our audience is getting bigger all the time. But when we'll talk about, after the half hour, we'll talk about what's going on next door here. Because that's exactly what we're going to be doing, is showcasing more and more entertainment groups, but in a much bigger way with some audience participation. That's going to be really cool stuff. But we'll get to that in a minute. I got to speed up. There's just so many good acts here. It's just tough.
Yeah, we've only reached like November.
Yeah, I know. We're Ladies Little and I, like I said, they're great girls, and they came on. They actually took and snuck in our studio one time and did a show. Imagine that. Alan and Scott took us shopping to the GK Menswear. Now, that was a riot. And I got to say, I like the clothes over there. Those guys are got some neat stuff. Yes. Jeffrey and Kelsey. Yes. Kenny Martell. We had Kenny Martell on, and Kenny Martell is he's a former musician and a former promoter. But had some really, really, really cool stories. Remember some of the stories Tommy told us about back in New York? Janis Joplin.
Yes, he was really there, and he really had stories about what really happened.
Yep,
That's all I'm going to talk about.
All kinds of really cool people back then. We had Kenda and Marie on, and to talk about what they do. Like I said, they're promoters here in the Villages, and they do a lot of stuff. Like I said, Juan Presents and Villagers for the Veterans. Always check their websites out to see their kind of stuff that they got going on. We had the Pavani Band in here, and the Pavani guys they're fantastic, and they got a great story too. They played in the subway of New York for quite a while. Didn't they, Tom? About 10 years.
Yeah, they're quite a story. They had just moved here. I'm pulling this up while I'm multitasking while I'm talking to you, but I definitely want to show them. They just moved here from New York, and so they were really new to Orlando. And I went out to I went out to breakfast with Felipe after he was here, and he really was new to Orlando, still trying to figure out where's the gigs, but he's done so well for himself. He's working everywhere. Let's cut to him. Yeah, really good, really good.
Yeah, they are. They're just, and they play a lot here in the Villages.
Yeah.
They play other places and that, but hard rock and roll guys for sure. We had Michael C. Anthony. Michael does a lot with Kenda, is on the administrative side of their producing, but Michael is also a mentalist. And he did a card trick and stuff in here. He performs all over the world.
Am I wrong? Is he the person that hypnotized you?
He is not.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. That's further up. But,
okay.
Yeah. So anyway, but Michael C. Anthony, great guy, and you'll see more of him as time goes on. And Ex-Girlfriend, they were in here, and I'm sure they're going to come back next year. What do you think, Tom? I would definitely think
must
so.
pull up an episode of that.
Yeah.
Burning red, dreams of you all through my head. Sing.
This girl gives you your money's worth.
That is for sure. And what people don't know about Leah is she's an actress. I mean, some people know that, but she's from New York, right? Or trained in New York.
Yes.
And what was she? She was a Disney character in the month of December or something, wasn't she? I think so. I can't remember.
I do not know the answer to that, but none of that would surprise me at all.
Very, very talented.
She's going to
extremely talented.
command whatever role she takes.
Yep. Sandra and Alex. I thought about you the other day, Sandra, when I was opening a bottle of wine. I got to make it to your wine store up in Ocala. I saw some of your stuff. It looks great. Anyway, Sandra and Alex, you remember them, Tom?
Yes, we should do it on-site.
I think we
thing.
should. We should do a wine tasting. There you go. We'll have Sandra. We'll be in touch. Billy Buchanan. Billy Buchanan was a lot of fun, and Billy Buchanan plays again all over the villages and places like that. And then we had Brian Russo. Brian Russo is the director of entertainment from the villages. And we'll have to have Brian on again because we've had a lot of stuff happen over this past year. And we have a lot of exciting stuff that we think would be good for them to know at Villages Entertainment. So we'll try and get Brian on when we move next door. A man named Cash. Those guys were phenomenal. They were at the Sharon, husband and wife. They came in here the day after their show, and man, they did a phenomenal show, sold-out show at the Sharon, and I think it was a Villagers for Veterans event. And but just a great couple, and they were a lot of fun at the show.
I'm going to flash to them just a bit, just so they know who we're talking about.
Yep.
There he is. It was a real country star. I mean, he is doing a Johnny Cash tribute, but you could tell he's quite a talent in his own right. He probably do originals.
Her too. Very, very good singer.
Yeah.
Reed Masterson. Reed Masterson was a mentalist that performed up at the Epic Theater. Then the 789 band was here, and the 789 band is actually going to do a live performance here a week from tonight on the Music and Madness podcast stage. So don't miss that. It's going to be a great show. I heard there's going to be a handful of super fans here, so we're going to have a little bit of audience participation as well.
Let's listen to a little bit of this.
Here we go.
All right, I know we're watching the clock.
I Need a Drink was after that.
Oh, man.
And they were so good. They're so good.
They were so good.
She's one of my, I mean, the mom and daughter were Jill and her daughter. They're one of my favorites from way back when we came here at the Villages.
Look, man, I'm going through these episodes really quick, but you guys should Google I Need a Drink.
Yes.
And watch that episode. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, Jill has got some hidden secrets, and she does like to talk about them a lot, but we got to talk about them a little bit here on the show. Unbelievable who she hung out with and played with and stuff like that. They're really, really good people. Doug Bruin, Alan Jackson, and we're going to call Doug one of these days and do a follow-up. We filmed Doug's show, and man, Doug is so talented. He is the Alan Jackson impersonator that is top shelf. Doug's a great guy, and you'll probably see Doug on our stage, I would think, one of these days.
I certainly hope so.
Then we had the amazing Veronica and her incredible friends. And I'm telling you, we're definitely bringing them back. This Veronica is the young gal. I think she's 16 years old, or was 16 when she was here on the show, and she brought her dogs and did a dog show. And she is so talented, so dedicated. I mean, just so great to see young people like that, find a passion and just chase it to the end. And she's doing that. She is really, really talented. And her dogs are so fun to watch. And I would say, Tom, that show has had almost 800 hours watched in that episode.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
It's a lot. We're watching it right now, just a little bit while you're talking. Oh, there's dogs. Oh. I know you can't see what I'm
Who
talking
doesn't love a dog?
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a dog? So anyway, she was so good, and I heard she trains cats too. We're gonna have to take, and we got to see the cat show.
That's amazing.
Then we had Newt Bowie, and Newt played the one string I can't. I'm gonna mess it up, Newt, if I mention what that
Dunbo.
music was. Dunbo, that's right. And man, that guy was so good. Playing Jimi Hendrix on that thing and Star Spangled Banner. Very, very, very talented, and he would be so fun to see in a jam session.
Wait, I got a clip of him.
There, cool.
He's something you want to watch late at night.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, so then we had Missy Jordan, and Missy Jordan is also an entertainer from the area. She's got a one-person act. It's kind of comedy. It's Broadway singing all together, and I know she does that at different places. She did some of it here on our stage. She was fun to interview and good. Then we had Brian Curl, and Brian is a record label owner out of Nashville, but he lives here in the Villages. Very interesting guy. Gave us the whole backstory that a lot of people don't know about record labels and how they deal with the artists and et cetera. We certainly got educated that night, or at least I did.
Yeah.
And now Brian is an animator. We'll have to have Brian back because his animation stuff, he's on his own. I think they've got their own podcast, an animation podcast, and very interesting guy. We had an interview with a very young man, and I can't think of his name right now, Tom, but he was 8 years old, 10 years old, from South Florida, and he was on the America's Got Talent show. And
I'm searching.
He was so fun to interview, and again, at his age, I think he's 8 or 10. I could be wrong. I could be 12. I say short-term memory is the first to go. No. Anyway, he was so fun to interview, and because he's a great singer, and he's so dedicated to it. If you've got a clip of that, we'll
I am searching for that. I'm having trouble.
That's all right. We'll move on. The next interview was set up by a friend of mine. That's another person I want to be sure and thank. Like I said, we met so many cool people, and a lot of friendships have developed out of this. Steve Lungo. Steve Lungo has his own podcast, his own show. It's Steve Lungo Rock and Roll Show. You should check it out. And but Steve was a musician. He is a musician, but played for 16 years with John Entwistle. Original member of the Rat Race Choir out of New York. Great guy, a lot of fun, and he's introduced me to Buck Dharma, and we did that interview with Buck Dharma, which has turned out to get like 13,000 views. Very, very fun to interview somebody like Buck Dharma. I mean, this guy is nothing but music, and it's been nothing but music for a long time, and it shows. He's super talented and still rolling. I think he's 77 or 78 years and still rolling hard. So we can only hope to be there. Chris Jones was who hypnotized me, Tom, online.
I guess he hypnotized me too.
That's right, not online, on a Zoom call. You can be hypnotized on a Zoom call. I'm living proof of that. And I've only been hypnotized one other time in my life, and that was from someone else I know very close, and that was in the last 6 months. So if you think being hypnotized isn't real, I can attest to it. If you're willing to be hypnotized, it's the real deal.
Wait, I gotta. I think you're asleep here.
I could be.
Thing. Before I remind people about tickets for the show on the set, we sold out last time. I completely sold out.
Do you see this?
300 plus
I don't
people.
see it, but I heard it.
I think you're gonna get hypnotized
right now.
You can tell you're hypnotized.
She's amazing on the 7th, and there will be music because music is the most important thing. I have a text message just for you. This is kind of cool.
Yeah,
that's episode
49.
49.
That was Chris Jones. Chris is a great. We met Chris up at the show at the Epic Theater. He's a great kid. Great kid. Then we had the gals in from Sig Pro, and they're the Sig Pro Productions. They are the people that take care of all of the stuff that goes on at the Sharon. They also have the new, I think it's Sig Pro in Sumter Landing, and that's a new like a black box theater type thing. I know they've done a few things there, and they were great people. Tom and I filmed a show. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. We filmed a great show up there, and they were so accommodating. It was, they rolled out the red carpet for us. Very much appreciate that, and I'm sure we'll do that again sometime up to the Sharon.
Yes, pleasure to work with.
They were great. So then we had Chris Carr, as a mind reader. It was on. Then we had John and Heidi and David Booth. David, you're another one I want to be sure and thank. David, you've been very supportive of the podcast. And David Booth runs a veterans organization, Combat Veterans to Careers, and they do so many great things around the villages here and for the veterans and a lot of fundraising stuff. And we're always happy to help David out any way we can. But Dave introduced us to John and Heidi. And John and Heidi are songwriters, and they write these songs for veterans. They've been on our show, and we are going to have them back in our new spot, and they're going to perform and sing. I don't know how many songs they've written now, new ones for veterans, but we're going to have them do a bunch of that stuff in our new facility. And just real quickly, well, I got to get through. I'm so close. Let me finish the list, and then I'll go over this other stuff.
I'm watching a clip of them playing right now.
Yep.
Can you see what I'm doing?
I cannot see what you're doing. So that's all right.
Okay.
So anyway, we filmed Vinnie Cormier, the Crazy Train Ozzy Experience tribute band up to the Sharon. And then we've interviewed Vinnie, and man, he is so good. He is so much like Ozzy Osbourne. I don't know if you look at his touring schedule, Tom, or see it. Those guys are booked so much now. They're traveling the country. They're doing tons of traveling, and they're playing some really, really big, cool venues. So, it's a test to how good they are. Yeah. They're top shelf. I mean, so Tom and I filmed that. Tom, of course, does all the editing and all the heavy lifting. I'm just there to kind of carry the luggage in and out of the building. But anyway, it's a phenomenal type thing. We didn't do it so that we could put it up because we can't put it up, license issues.
What I can do, like anybody who knows YouTube knows that you could put 30-second little snippets up. So that's all we do.
And so, but we did it really to test out our filming ability, editing ability, and to give them some marketing material. But we met a really cool guy. I mean, Vinnie Cormier he is Ozzy. You look at him, he sounds like him, he talks like him, he walks like him. He's a great guy. And we had the Savage Soul Band on. We're getting close to the end here. The Savage Soul Band, and they're, again, a local group, mostly villagers. They're having a ball. They're playing places like Eastport and clubs around the area. A great group of guys. There you go. And on one of our live shows, we did have the Blues Brothers as well.
Oh yeah.
They performed here on our stage, and they were a lot of fun. Learned a lot about those guys. Amazing that that they've been doing that for so long. Blues Brothers acts, and they're good at it. Very good at it. Mark and the Martinis. Mark Reich. Yeah, there you go. I love Mark's form of entertainment, man. He's a great singer. They came in here. We filmed it. It's not played yet. We're waiting for just a special moment to play that, but we've got an hour long of Mark in here playing with a full audience, and it turned out really good. Really good. It's going to be a great show. Then we had Ross Paget, and Ross Paget is a stand-up comedian. He performed at the Epic Theater, and Tom, the Orlando Comedy Break, they opened up for the show. And that was a great show up there at the Epic Theater not too long ago. And again, Ross is from Orlando, does a radio show, does a podcast, does a lot of sketch comedy, Tom, right?
Yes, I'm showing clips of it. Keep going.
Okay. Then we interviewed Todd Plant, and Todd Plant was a Steve. No, I can't think. Short-term memories.
Steve Miller. Steve Miller.
Yeah, Steve Miller.
He was
Steve
famous
Miller tribute.
for 20 years.
Yes, up at the Savannah Center. Chuck King. We interviewed Chuck King. Chuck King is a mentalist, a magician, all in one. Chuck is going to be at the Epic Theater this Saturday. Tickets are still available for at 6:30 p.m. I hear they got a really great MC for that show, Tom.
Who could that be?
It's me.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to be the MC.
He better hypnotize you.
So, hey, if you want to see Chuck King me.
He looks just like that guy on the screen.
Yeah. Anyway, Chuck was fun to interview. He's another Michigan guy. That's where I'm from originally. And Chuck's going to put on a great show. But, again, I'm going to be the MC. So get your tickets. If you haven't got them to see Chuck, get them to see me. Anyway, we had Kip KC and the Sunshine Tribute Band. We had Kip Sweeney in here, and Kip's been in here before. Kip was on one of our dancing episodes with the line dancing. We actually line danced on the show. I forgot about that, Tom. On a Monday Night Live.
I thank you for helping me remember. You learning how to line dance.
That's me learning how to line dance. We had Toya in here, we had Kip in here, and we had Bonnie in here, a line dancer here from the Villages. That was a lot of fun. Well, we will definitely be doing. I think there's a big dancing thing coming up too that we can't talk about yet, but we're going to. We're going to talk about that.
We got things to talk about.
August maybe. All right. Real quickly, I'm going to finish. All right, 1887 band. Their episode just came out. Be sure and watch it. These guys are freaking phenomenal.
Let's watch a little of that.
All right.
When it comes around and it's taken away, leaves me with the feeling that I feel the most. Feel it come to life when I see your ghost. Come down, don't you resist. You're such a delicate wrist.
Time.
All right. And we interviewed Rob Caudell. Rob Caudell is a Rod Stewart impersonator, man. He sounds like Rod Stewart. He talks like Rod Stewart. He looks like Rod Stewart. And
MTV. We sold a bunch of records.
Yeah, he's got a great story. It's worthwhile you watching your time or watching that episode with your time. Absolutely worthwhile. And then we had the Mojo Band on last Monday night, and those guys were a riot. They're like I said, we have the Mojo Band. We've had the Savage Soul Band, and these guys are just all good stuff. That's right. That's right.
I'm going down to Louisiana to find me Mojo bands.
Ah, come on. Who's not feeling that?
Exactly.
I'm gonna have all you women and get you under my command.
They were
Back to you.
They were certainly a lot of fun. So anyway, that's who we've had on for our guests here in the studio. And now we got to talk about what's going on next with Music and Madness. This is year one, and again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for your time, because any time that you've taken, out of your schedule to watch Music and Madness podcast or anything that we've done, I appreciate it, because time is the most valuable thing that a person has. It absolutely is. And so let's talk about moving into year two. I think we're starting this week, though, Tom. We're going to start making a few things this week. July 1st, we're expanding our studio. We are building, our stage is going to be 18 by 36 feet. I mean, it's going to be big.
I'm tired already.
I'm hearing it's actually going to be 50 feet long, so it's not going to be 36. It'll be 50 feet long, because we'll use part of it as a side stage. We're going to have another stage on the side. We're going to have podcast area pretty well set up, but our goal, not our goal, it's not a goal, it's happening, it's going to happen. We are building this so that we can invite people in to participate and watch what we do. We've had a lot of people want to come and watch the podcast be filmed. Our studio is a little tight for that, so we want a facility where we can facilitate that. We want a bigger stage so that we can facilitate, larger groups. And Tom, I think did I mention the Nashville Brass guys? I might have forgotten.
I've been scrolling and I keep seeing them, but I think you have not mentioned them.
I forgot. Those guys were great. They were in here. They also played a show up at the Epic Theater. But they're going to come back, and we want a big stage so that we can.
All right, we're going to cut to them.
All right, let's cut to them.
Come on now. This is the commercial for when they came up. They are the real thing.
And if I forgot anybody, we've done a lot of live shows and that stuff too. Every guest that's been on here we're so grateful for you to take your time out to be a guest on the podcast. And we hope that you got some benefit out of there, because this is all about showcasing you guys. We are not the act. We're the showcase people. We want people to see your act. We want them to see you on the podcast and go, man, I'd like to go see those guys in person. That's what Tom and I hope that you guys who come on the podcast get out of this. So anyway,
I do have a picture of the vision of how we're going to be setting up the thing, so you can talk about it. So I'll show the picture.
Okay. So we're going to have this big stage, and very, very likely it's going to have a big screen behind it. I mean, a big screen. I can't give the exact dimensions yet because we're still trying to iron out some of the stuff to make sure that it's all going to fit in there. But it's going to have a great big screen behind it. We are going to be doing a lot of technical, high-tech stuff that we haven't been able to do. I think when we bring a Zoom call in over there, it's going to be on this mammoth screen. And hopefully when we bring in some of these Zoom call podcasts, we'll have spectators who can ask some of the questions as well, not just me. That's part of what we want to do. The other thing we're going to do is when bands perform, they usually come in here and do a handful of songs. We're going to have a program over there where spectators will get to see them perform probably at least an hour long. That's the goal. We want to be able to take and showcase these bands much more than we do on a typical podcast here. We want to at least give them good marketing stuff to take with them. And we've got some real good streaming programs that are coming up. So you're going to be able to see a lot more performance-driven streaming than you have been able to see from Music and Madness so far. We're going to have some game shows. So we're going to be looking for participants in some really cool game shows. Participants from the villages, of course, because we love the villages. We're here in the villages. We love villagers. We love the entertainers in the villages. We just love everything about the villages. And so we want to showcase really more of the village people, for, lack of no pun intended, but showcase more of the village people of things beyond music. I think we have 55 and over news, Tom? Is that what's...
Yes.
Yes.
I have it right here.
So 55 and over news is going to be a show that it's going to be, not news. We don't need news. This is going to be interesting news.
Today,
stuff that...
I've got a great guest joining us right here in the village.
Yeah. Like we had a nutritionist on. Well, nutritionists, doctors, stuff that people like to, information that people like to know. We're also... I host the Music and Madness podcast, and I'm going to host some of the other stuff, but I'm not going to host everything. So we're also going to be looking for talent. If you think that you are a great game show host, or you think that you have a podcast that you want to do, we might want to facilitate that for you. David Booth real quickly, David Booth, who runs Combat Careers for Veterans, David is going to be doing an all veterans podcast, and we will be filming that, and we will be airing that, streaming that in a couple of different places. So, again, we'll be looking for talent. Tom, we could certainly use some help in July, couldn't we?
Yeah, we certainly will.
If you want to volunteer any of your time in pounding nails or screws and helping Tom and I build out this new facility, get in touch, because Tom and I are going to be doing most of this ourselves. And we'd love to have any help from anybody if anybody has some time to waste. But real quickly, I just want to make sure that I didn't forget anybody that I wanted to take and thank. Look at my list here. I think I got.
Holy cow! It's almost been an hour.
It has been an hour, just about. I think I thanked everybody that I wanted to, and again, in general, Tom, what did I miss?
Small, kind of not large people.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to say it wrong. Trying to say it right.
Yeah, my friend Charles, and now I can't think of the other one's name. Charles and Jonathan. That was another. They're my smaller friends from Orlando.
Right now, they're playing pickleball.
They're playing pickleball, and had a lot of fun doing that, playing pickleball with those two. And I think then one of them came back dressed as Santa Claus.
That's right.
It came as Santa Claus. But again, by getting to know people, I mean, I stay in touch with those guys, and it's this whole thing. It's about making people smile. Anyway, that's what I like to think that Music and Madness people.
Yeah, right now you're creaming them at pickleball. They look pretty upset.
They got over it. So, but and that's, people ask why are we doing what we're doing?
And the great thing about it is everyone that's been on the show has stayed awake.
They have. Not everybody. Man,
it's hard to set you up.
It is hard to set me up. But we talked about some of the most we've had some moments, because this is a filming opportunity or filming operation. We've had some moments. We've had some technical issues. We had the internet go out once, which was a rarity. We've had some equipment that just didn't operate the way it was supposed to, out of the blue. But probably the strangest thing I had was on a live show when your guest falls asleep. And Tom, do you have that clip?
Well, it's not like that you're a boring host or anything.
I hope not. But
here we go. So there was while you're listening, I'm going to preface this. Hang on. This is worth a minute or two, because this is a highlight in a way. There was a guest who had a lot to say, and Richard had been working his butt off, and he finally got in one of these comfortable chairs like we have in the studio, and this happened.
So that say a lot about the group. So you can catch us on we have a Facebook, and you can also go on our website, which is the Motel.
So you're ending this interview with this guy on the phone.
Thank you.
All right.
And then
thanks for having me.
Take care. We'll talk to you soon. See you. Bye.
So Richard's been listening to this interview for 20 minutes.
All right, and we're back. Richard Paul, I don't know if he might have passed out on us here. Richard, are you all right? Do you? Okay, so I'm by myself here on a Monday Night Live show. So apparently, I bet you Richard might have been out drinking late last night. I'm not sure. We'll have to. Should I wake him up?
So I'm talking silently to you.
Yeah. Okay, the camera is not on my guest right now. He's actually sleeping. I'm hoping it's not a medical issue. He's fine. Yes, the guy works day and night. He just doesn't know which is day and which is night. Let's cut the camera to Richard, and let's see if anybody wants to send a message in or call whether I should wake Richard up or not. That was I have to
only
admit.
happen on a live show.
Yeah. So I have to admit that was a surprise.
Richard,
that I was like,
here he is. He's waking up.
We're live. Yeah. We're live. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Hey, Tom, I think Richard's back with us.
I'm back.
Richard's back.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm here.
Were you dreaming?
Yes, I was.
A deep REM sleep?
You know, I've been going at it for miles.
Anyway,
hours,
if you want to see more,
running from one project to the next.
You're gonna have to watch the episode.
I have to watch that, but that was that. I have to admit that was I'm not speechless very often, and I was like, is he having a medical issue?
Yeah.
It's just, but anyway.
That was fun.
Just a little narcolepsy or whatever they call it. But
no, he was working really hard.
Yes.
And those chairs are comfortable. We've
They're
talked
very
about.
comfortable.
In fact, the set that we're going to be using in the new studio is going to be a little more.
Yeah, we're
typical,
going to be changing a few things up over there for sure.
Yeah.
Back to that real quickly. We are going to be looking for a lot of people. So if you think you'd want to be a game show host and you've never been a game show host, do you think maybe you want to be a talk show host, you've never been a talk show host, get a hold of us. We're going to be doing some interviewing and letting people try out some different positions because we've just got so many things that we want to do. Real quickly, this Music and Madness podcast is actually going to be rolling into a new thing that Tom and I are calling VTVFL, and that stands for Villages TV Florida. This is going to be more than just a Music and Madness podcast. We hope to develop like a TV station and have lots of forms of entertainment that we can be streaming out of here into your night, so you can be sitting in a nice, comfortable chair and being entertained, hopefully by our entertainment. Tom, have I missed anything?
On the website, I'm showing the website while you're talking about it. We have 2027, but that's the eventual building that we're looking for. But the studio that we're building now, as you know, yeah. You can finish my sentence.
Yep. So we are going to take in and have a space for a small amount of studio audience. It's not going to be large. It's probably going to be very similar to studios, Tom, right? In Hollywood, we're going to try backlot studios where they've got small amounts of spectators, and so again, a lot going on. The month of July, Tom and I are going to do a few things. It's probably mostly going to be updates as to our construction project. I mean, that'll be a show in itself, but it's going to be great. If you thought Music and Madness podcast and our studio here was good. This one's going to be even better. And we're really, really looking forward to bringing in larger groups and, audiences to help us through the podcast and help us be a live studio audience while we're filming these bands. Bands, comedians, other events, game shows, same thing where we'll have spectators. So now, Tom, have I missed anything?
I think that wraps up the year. That's the past. Let's look to the future.
That's right. That is the past year. We're looking out for year number 2, and hopefully you'll stick with us in year number 2. And again, thank you everybody from the bottom of my heart for your time, because again, time is the most valuable thing that we have. And if you've given any of your time to watching this podcast or any of our events, thank you very much.
All right, I'm going to transition, and thank you also, and here's to the future, Tom.
Here's to the future.
All right, cut to dead radio.
To save the day. gotta